In our generation, it's so easy to get ahead of people. Everyone is just wasting their time, scrolling on their phones and distracting themselves on the weekend, going clubbing. It's so easy to get ahead of people. But what can you actually do to start the new year on a high and really improve and make this year your year? Today we will talk about how you can actually get ahead of 99% of people. So if you're interested in that and you want to improve your life, then keep on watching. Hey loves, my name is Leah, and on this channel we talk about improving yourself, about dating, about your standards and your self-worth. So if you're interested in that, you should definitely subscribe so you never miss a video. Let's dive right in. So, something that is so essential is learning English and good communication. Because as someone that did not grow up in a country where English is the native language, I really see the differences. Learning English gets you ahead of so many people, and it also opens up new doors and new chances. It's not only about work, it's also about people. You get to know a lot of cool people that speak English, and if you would just learn your native language and maybe something in school. As an example, I had Latin in school. Like, I'm not using this language anymore. So basically, when you just stay with these languages that you learn here in your country, you will not go and explore the world and see all the chances that the world has to offer. And when I compare people that speak English really good to the ones that don't speak English, there is such a huge difference. Like, really. And I want to encourage you that you can still start now. It's not too late. There are so many easy things that you can do to learn a language. As an example, you could start watching movies in English. Or maybe you also want to learn French. It's always good to learn a lot of languages. I also grew up with 2 languages and I learned English on top of that and also other languages, and it helps me because everything is so connected to each other and you also start to understand other languages so much faster and easier. So really learn English, improve your English. As an example, you could read more books in English or you could watch more videos in English and you could try to talk to people that speak English to improve more because this really helps. Using the language is essential. Otherwise, you start to forget about the language. And also good communication. What do I mean with good communication? It's about explaining things in a really sharp way. So what I realized about myself, sometimes when I'm explaining something, it takes ages to finish. But it's more precise if I just use a few words and just point the thing out directly. So good communication is essential. Also, don't curse. Don't use bad words or slang. I know sometimes it's really in our vocabulary to speak like that. And I get it, but when you can explain things in a really sharp and good way and you can communicate directly without using slang or bad words, you also lift yourself up from most of the people. And really be aware of that now. The more you surround yourself with people, the more you start speaking like them. And I realized this about myself, and it's hard because sometimes you really want to stay with people and they only use slang and bad words. We want to reduce that and we want to surround ourselves with people that speak in a normal way. Something that is so essential is working on our posture, because especially when you sit all day, you start to sink more into your chair and you're just not sitting upright. And your posture also radiates confidence or not. So your body language and posture really has an impact. If you stand like this is more protecting. It shows that you're not feeling safe, and when you talk to someone, they can feel that. When you are sitting up straight and you're just communicating really openly, it's inviting to talk to you. And it also impacts your success and the possibilities that you get in life so much more. So work on your posture. Also, the way we sit and the way we walk can really affect our mood. As an example, when you just sit like this all day and you just have your back arched like that, you will feel more unmotivated, more drained. But when you sit straight, you can focus more, you are thinking better, and you're also feeling better. So really, always fix yourself. Like when you realize that you don't sit straight anymore, fix yourself and say, oh, no, this happened again. No, we will sit up straight. Okay, something that is so easy and that many people overlook is working on your discipline, because this is the only thing that you need. You don't need to be more motivated or anything. You just need to be disciplined. And when you are disciplined, you do things consistently over a certain amount of time and you will get the results. And this is like going to the gym. When you start today and you go to the gym, and let's say you're going 3 months, you cannot go to the gym consistently and not see results. There's not a big hack to success. It's just being consistent and disciplined. And let me tell you this, when you put in the work, you will get the results. You just need to be patient more. That's also something that is super important, because we are so used to instant gratification. We are scrolling all the day and we are just getting these dopamine spikes, and we are so addicted to getting this instant gratification. And getting these dopamine spikes naturally in real life is harder, because we actually need to put in the work. You need to go to the gym 3 months to see results. And when you finally see the results, by the way, you will also see results earlier, but like really impactful results, let's say 3 months, and you really see that your work now earned you the fruits that you wanted to earn, you get a huge amount of dopamine. And this takes time. So we need to also relearn this again. We are so used to getting these spikes of dopamine in a cheap and easy way. But in reality, we need to work more and put more effort into things. Something that is also super important is learning how to sell. I know that some people might think, oh my God, this is such a bad topic and I don't want to be involved in that. But even though you don't work in sales or have to do something with sales, it's still good to learn about it. Because in our day-to-day life, we are the ones that consume things, right? And people are selling us products or other things. And when you know how sales work, you are also not consuming so much anymore. And maybe then you realize, oh my God, this person used a certain technique to sell me something. And you start to realize, okay, wait, I don't want to be the one that is buying so much crap, and I want to learn about it. So really learn sales. Also, if you're not working in sales, it's still good to have this knowledge, because other people are implementing these techniques every day onto you. So you should know about it, right? And also, I think, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur or get further in life, build your own business, you need to learn sales. So educate yourself and learn about it. I really want to encourage you to be a reliable and honest person. It's about keeping your promises, because if you are not keeping your promises, other people will not trust you so much. And we want to be a person with a good reputation where people trust you and also rely on you. Because in the business world, you cannot be someone that is successful and is not keeping their promise. So you really want to work on that. If you have an appointment at, let's say, 3:30, you should be there before that, ideally, but not too late. Like, don't be a person that comes half an hour late. You need to be reliable. If you don't manage this amount of time, then schedule the meeting or the appointment an hour later. But be on time. And when you say that you will do something, do it. Don't be a person that overpromises and underdelivers. People will see you in a different light. And also, you should see yourself then in a different light, because you are not keeping promises. And probably you are also not keeping promises to yourself. This is also bad. We don't want that. Be honest and reliable to yourself and also to others. To also get the things done in your life, you need to manage your time. And this means prioritizing the most important things and then moving on to less important things later. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and to get distracted with notifications and people wanting something from us. But we need to stay focused. So cut off all the distractions. Also prioritize in the morning what the most important task for the day is. And I can really suggest you to work with lists. Write a list. I do this every night before I go to sleep. And I plan my next day. Okay, what is something that is so important for this day? And when I get up and I finished my morning routine, I will start working on the most important thing first. You need to find some systems that are super boring, but that will really help you to manage your time. Something that I want you to really focus on is taking care of your mental health. It's really important. It's an essential. You cannot have problems with your mental health and get further in life. So please take your time and write down some things that you need to work on. And when there's still past trauma start in you, you should also work on that. Educate yourself. Like, what are things that I still need to work on? And when you are someone that tends to burn out and to overwork, don't do this to your mental health and your body. Everything is connected. If you don't get enough rest, you are not productive anymore. You are really feeling bad. You don't have any motivation or discipline. So really prioritize your mental health. And this also goes along with setting boundaries. If people don't treat you good, set a boundary. If people take advantage of you, set a boundary. You don't need this anymore. You are leveling up and you are important. Your mental health is important. Also, show this to other people. Something that goes along with that is learning how to say no. This goes along with boundaries and also your mental health. You need to be okay with saying no. And this is also something that you need to practice, especially if you're always a people pleaser and you always say yes to everything. Saying no can feel really hard in the beginning and uncomfortable. This is normal. It also belongs to the process of learning how to say no and be confident in it. So it's just about repetition. Say no more often and also tell yourself that it's okay to say no. You don't have to say yes to everything. You don't have to serve anyone. You need to take care of yourself. And if there's something that you cannot do right now, say no, set a boundary, and also tell yourself that this is okay. You are protecting your peace and no one can be angry about this. And if people are angry and they tell you, oh my God, you never helped me, they just put pressure onto you because they know that when they put pressure on you, they can get what they want. You don't want to be surrounded by those kind of people, right? What I want you to do is take the responsibility for your life. Don't point the fingers on others. It's so easy to stay in a victim mindset and say, everyone around me is so bad to me and everyone's just lying to me and I only have friends that use me. You are staying there. It's a harsh truth. And it's a harsh truth that I learned as well. I used to always complain that people use me and take advantage of me and lie to me. But I was always too scared to leave these friendships. And when I started to see that I'm just like in this victim mindset, I really got disgusted about myself because I'm not a victim and you're also not a victim. We just decide where we stay. And when we set a boundary and let go of those old friendships, we will also make room for people that are not like this. But you need to change this environment in order to get into a new one. You cannot expect to stay the same and change something in your life. This is not working. So really take responsibility for your life and say to yourself, okay, I'm responsible of that. No one else. It's my choice. And you should decide for you, but in a good way. You should take the choice that you will rather want to be surrounded by people that are nice and that are good friends than people that are using you, right? When we learn new things in life, it's not supposed to be comfortable. Some people always seek this comfort, but we need to get out of our comfort zones to learn more because leveling up actually is lying out of our comfort zone. You get what I'm saying? So basically, we cannot stay in the same environment with the same kind of people and expect to grow. We need to leave our comfort zones. And this might feel scary. This might go along with losing people and leaving a job or letting go of friends. But you need to leave the known surroundings and kind of like explore the unknown to level up and to learn more. So when you feel scared, it's a good sign actually, because it shows you that you are learning something that is out of your comfort zone. Keep going, you got this, I believe in you. So loves, this was it with the video. If you found it helpful, like this video and also subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. And we will see each other in the next video. Bye bye!